Hi, Dr. Anita here, and welcome back. We've been thinking through the area of our personality, which comes from this part of our brain, opening up, adapting, and adjusting. And today we are thinking through factor number 4, which is the area of agreeableness. And what does this mean? Well, on the higher end of the scale of agreeableness, you are looking for social harmony. It's the area of emotional sensitivity to those around us. And when you're on the higher end of the scale, you are tending to want to help ease the pain of those around you. There's a strong empathy and need to help, and even just this generosity and consideration of those around us. But the issue and danger on this side of the scale is around burnout, because there can be such a focus on others that you miss what's going on with yourself, and you actually don't take care of yourself as much as maybe you should, and even possibly start to become dependent on the other person because you're losing yourself in the midst of helping others so much. Now, on the lower end of the scale are people who really don't care about what others think of them and actually tend to be vocal and honest, even competitive and dominating, to say what they want to say and get their ideas out there. These are the people who aren't going to go with the crowd and actually going to be quite independent thinkers. So what does this mean with this range, and especially at this current moment? Well, for those on the higher end of the scale of agreeableness, where there's such strong empathy and the heart going out to those in pain, it's actually helping yourself to be not overburdened by other people's pain. And so you need to think through what's a manageable way to help others, like volunteering or doing someone's shopping or even writing an encouraging note, but to balance it out with good enough self-care, taking care of your own needs. Now, if you're in a family where you've got children that are really compliant and agreeable, then this is about you as a parent keeping an eye on those really quiet, well-mannered, well-behaved kids that maybe they're sitting on some distress that hasn't come up because they're learning to just keep the peace in the homes or with each other. So really tuning in to those children that maybe are not doing as okay as you might think. In fact, the area of conflict can be really tricky for those on the higher end of the scale, because the urge is to make it okay, to take away the pain for other people, but it's important to recognize that isn't actually your role. And so to be sitting with the fact that it's probably not going to be okay for other people, and you need to be okay with that as well. So as a parent, you might need to help the processing around when things are okay for your child, and particularly for when there might be arguments or conflict coming up in the home, because the natural instinct is to try and create harmony no matter what. But clearly there isn't always harmony at this current crisis. So in the lower end of the scale is those people who may well be doing not too badly out of this time, because they are actually taking care of themselves and being able to articulate clearly what they want, what they need, and just putting it in place. But if you're in a household with this particular person, they may not be compliant with the rules, and actually in danger of breaking the rules because they question them and it's not in line with what they want or think. And also, these people on this end could be causing a lot of hurt and offense because they're just so brutally honest about what they're thinking at the time that they don't realize that they could be hurting other people. So this is the danger of this side of the scale, and trying to bring it back to be aware of other people a bit more. So have a think about where you are on the scale, and especially on this end where self-care is so important, and managing your particular needs at this time, as well as reaching out to others as well. So I hope you found that helpful. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. In the meantime, stay well, and I'll see you soon.